Task number 7, bypassing client-side filtering. This task is part of the Upload Vulnerabilities module inside the Complete Beginner Path on TryHackMe. We'll begin with the first and weakest line of defense, client-side filtering. As mentioned previously, client-side filtering tends to be extremely easy to bypass, as it occurs entirely on a machine that you control. So you see everything, you have control. When you have access to the code, it's very easy to alter it. There are 4 easy ways to bypass your average client-side file upload filter. Down. Turn off JavaScript in your browser. Intercept and modify the incoming page. Intercept and modify the file upload. And send the file directly to the upload point. 4 ways to easy bypass client-side filtering. Now, the first one, turn off JavaScript in your browser. This will work provided the site doesn't require JavaScript in order to provide basic functionality. If turning off JavaScript completely will prevent the site from working at all, then one of the other methods would be more desirable. Otherwise, this can be an effective way to completely bypass the client-side filter. Intercept and modify the incoming page. Using Burp Suite, we can intercept the incoming web page and strip out the JavaScript filter before it has a chance to run. The process for this will be covered below. Intercept and modify the file upload. Where the previous method works before the web page is loaded, this method allows the page to load as normal, but intercepts the file upload after it's already passed and been accepted by the filter. Again, we will cover the process for using this method in the course of the task. Send the file directly to the upload point. Why use the web page with the filter when you can send the file directly using a tool like curl? Posting the data directly to the page which contains the code for handling the file upload is another effective method for completely bypassing a client-side filter. We will not be covering this method in any real depth in this tutorial, however, the syntax for such a command would be looking something like this. Here you see the method for which you send a file with curl, right? We use the -x for post, so we send the post request. Here is the value we want to submit, and here is the file parameter, and then path to the file. To use this method, you would first aim to intercept a successful upload using Burp to or the browser console to see the parameters being used in the upload, which can then be slotted into the above command. We'll be covering methods 2 and 3 in depth below. Intercept and modify incoming pages, Burp, and intercept and modify file uploads. Yeah, so here we can see basically client-side code, and here we can see also if the file type is not image JPEG, then bring out the alert. This can easily be bypassed. Okay, now in the instance we can see that the filter is using a whitelist to exclude any MIME type that isn't image and JPEG. Our next step is to attempt a file upload as expected. If we choose a JPEG, the function accepts it. Anything else and the upload is rejected. Having established this, let's start Burp Suite and reload the page. We will use our own request to the site. For what we really want to see is the server's response. So right click on the intercept data control and do intercept, then response to this. Okay, here we see that. Yeah, so this is just the request to get the page. Okay, response to this request right after we right click on the request and do intercept response the request. When we click the forward button at the top of the window over here, we will then see the server's response to our request. Here we can delete, comment out, or otherwise break the JavaScript functions before it has a chance to load. And here we can see the response, 200 OK. Basically we see the same thing that we saw previously. Having deleted the function, right? Basically delete the script. Having deleted the function, we once again click forward until the site has finished loading and are now free to upload any kind of file to the website. Pretty bad, I would say. All right, the same scenario, but now we bypass the file. It's worth noting here that Burp will not by default intercept any external JavaScript files that the web page is loading. If you need to edit a script which is not inside the main page being loaded, you'll need to go to the Options tab at the top of the Burp Suite window, then under the Intercept Client Request section, edit the condition of the first line to remove these symbols. Right here you see, you enable from Intercept Client Requests, you enable for the match type of file extension, the relationship does not match, and then conditions, right? So, in other words, if we upload GIFs, JPEGs, PNGs, CSS, ICO, and JavaScript, we intercept only requests based on this matches. We already bypassed the filter by intercepting and removing it prior to the page being loaded, but let's try doing it by uploading a file with a legitimate extension and MIME type, then intercepting and correcting the upload with Burp. Having reloaded the web page to put the filter back in place, let's take the reverse shell that we used before and rename it to be called shell.jpg, right? Which this upload requires, this application requires a JPEG. As the MIME type based on the file extension automatically checks out, the client-side filter lets our payload through without complaining. Here we can see our reverse shell, at least the beginning, but the content type is image JPEG, so no issue there. Once again, we'll activate our Burp Suite intercept, then click upload and catch the request. So here is the request, as you can see the post request. Observe that the MIME type of our PHP shell is currently, yes, we see this. We see this over here, image JPEG. We'll change this to text x PHP and the file extension from JPEG to .php, then forward the request to the server. So we do that, exactly that for the original request. The file name is changed to shell PHP and then the content type is text x PHP. Now when we navigate to our usual path that we saw already, having set up a netcat listener, we receive a connection from the shell. Here is the proof. We'll cover in detail 2 ways to bypass a client-side file upload filter. Now it's time for you to give it a shot for yourself. Navigate to Java Uploads, Vulnerabilities.TryHackMe and bypass the filter to get a reverse shell. Remember that not all client-side scripts are in line. As mentioned previously, GoBuster would be a very good place to start here. The upload directory now will be changing with every new challenge. Okay, let's kick off this GoBuster. We have images, assets. Let's go there. Let's go first to images. I presume that will be our upload place. There you go. This is our place where we will push a... Actually, let me see if we go to TryHackMe, because I see... Okay, so here the images will be uploaded, basically our payload, and here is the interface where we will upload. Right, now let's see, let's close that, let's clear this, let's open up Burp. But before that, let's list inside here, we have our simple.php. All right, so let's just next start Burp. Here we'll try to upload invalid file type. Awesome. So it will not let us. Okay, no worries. Then we will do the following. Simple PHP to simple PHP.jpg we list this, and you can see we have it there. We upload this. We open this. I think I have to go with, it's a JPEG. Yeah, here we have to be GPG to JPEG. Oh, actually, I wanted to say clear. Now that we have our file, invalid file type. What if I say PNG and this one is a JPEG? Let's try this. Okay, so it's PNG. It lets us accept PNG. Let's go proxy intercept on. Let's catch it with burp, and I will say upload. Here is our simple. All right. Now let's send it to the repeater. And for instance, let's do the trick here. Here we'll say PHP, and for content, it's a text. X PHP. Let's see what happens now. It's a forward. It's a forward. It forwards the call, which means we good. Okay, let me say here PHP, and for this one here text X PHP. We forward this. Submit success, forward this. File uploaded. Now, if we go to images and we go for a simple.php, we should be able to intercept off. Actually, we also have to disable this. And now, if we query the CMD ID, we should be able to see this. Awesome. Now, if we get from var and the flag.txt, what will happen now? There you go. This is the flag. Now they ask for a reverse shell. They ask for a reverse shell, but I used a web shell, a simple web shell. Now, in order to do a reverse shell, the process is exactly the same. Actually, let's do one. Let's clear this, and then let's copy from user share. Actually, it's web shells, PHP. Actually, let's see what's inside. This one, I need this one. And then we'll copy to our local current directory. We'll list in here. Let's open another tab. Here we say an if config. We do need, actually we can see it over here also, but also we can see it over here in tune 0. Now if we open that, let's copy this. Inside here we say sudo vim and then php reverse php. We open this up and we go over here. This one is to change to our IP, and for port 1234, I'm good with this. Yes, I'm good with this. Write and quit. Netcat NVLP 1234. We'll leave this open. Now we have to open an, actually, yeah, we are inside downloads here, and now we have to do something. We have to PHP reverse shell. We actually have to move it to PNG because it only accepts PNG files. We take this, we open this, and we need to catch. We need to catch this. Upload. Now here, what we do here is here we change this to PHP. This one we change it to text, and here we say X PHP. Other than that, I think we're good, and the netcat is listening All we have to do is just forward this, forward that. And now if we check here, we should have a... We should not have anything yet because we have to activate it. We go to images and PHP reverse. What's the full name? PHP. Let's copy this. And now if we activate this file, we have access to this. If we cat variable flag.txt, we see the exact same flag. Actually, let's go there. List. You can see it over here, right? Awesome. So this way you do a reverse shell. And the first thing that we do, we got a web shell. Awesome.